Hello, beloved. Today I'd like to talk about the one thing that brings many of us to our knees and feels so heavy when we're going through it, like there are rocks on our chest. It's the breakup with a romantic partner. Breakups can leave us feeling like the ground has disappeared beneath our feet. It's not just losing someone, it's losing the future we thought we'd have with them, the dreams we shared with someone, or maybe the dreams we had for them, us, and the relationship, whether real or only in our minds. If you are going through this right now, my heart is with you. And today I want to talk about how reparenting can help you move through the pain while honoring the part of your heart that's grieving. Now, I'm not a doctor or a therapist. I'm a certified life coach and Reiki master specializing in trauma and PTSD. Please seek professional help here if needed. Often heartbreak reopens old wounds, the times in childhood when we felt unchosen, unseen, or not enough. That's why it feels so raw, because our inner child is feeling this too. Reparenting is how we stay with ourselves during the ache instead of abandoning ourselves in the hurt. The only way to heal this is to walk through it and not abandon ourselves through numbing the pain in whatever way: drugs, alcohol, getting into another relationship too quickly, binge shopping and or binge eating. There are many, many ways to harm ourselves, dear one, during a breakup. But if we can have the courage to walk through it with support, we'll eventually be okay. I remember one breakup I had that was so devastating. I couldn't get off the floor for days, and I didn't think I'd ever stop crying. Luckily, I reparented myself right into a breakup support group that focused on grief. And I found 12-step programs that focused on creating a relationship with myself where others were doing the same. Although it hurt, having others who were going through the same thing in a weird way was comforting because I didn't have to do it alone. And I made wonderful friendships there. I didn't feel so isolated. The 12-step groups of Sex and Love Addiction Anonymous, Codependence Anonymous, Al-Anon, and Adult Children of Alcoholics helped me immensely. I'll put links to these programs in the description box. And of course, if you need to seek help from a specialist and or a therapist, there is no need, and I mean no need, to do this alone. I truly believe that we are not really grieving the person that the breakup happened with, but a deeper wound that started in childhood with our caregivers. Maybe there was abandonment, neglect, abuse, indifference, and or absence from one or both caregivers. Going through a breakup is a sure way to open these past wounds for healing, but we need to grieve them once and for all in order to do this. During this time, you might notice yourself moving through what is called the 5 stages of grief, developed by Swiss-American psychiatrist Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. These stages are not linear, and sometimes we can experience them in different orders or even all in one day. Number 1 is denial. The breakup feels unreal, like this can't be happening. Number 2 is anger at them, at ourselves, at the unfairness of all of it. 3 is bargaining. Maybe if I did this differently, they'd come back, or they wouldn't have left, or I wouldn't have left them. Number 4 is depression, that heavy ache, the tears that won't stop. And finally, 5, acceptance. A quiet moment when you realize you'll be okay even if you still miss them. Now, you may cycle through these stages again and again, and that's normal. But it is important to let yourself go through it no matter how long it takes. In 12-step, there's an idea that it's important to go at least 12 months alone before getting into another relationship to experience holidays, birthdays, and other special days and or events without our ex. Sometimes this is hard to do because we were married, or we have children with them, or there are other special circumstances. But I believe, to the best of our ability, this is a healthy choice to make. We need to feel the feelings on those days without our partner and make those times special for our inner child, no matter how difficult it seems. This is another way we become our own good mother and father. Sometimes we find after a breakup, we don't even know what we like because we were so caught up in the needs of our partner, in the relationship. Well, this is the time when we find out who we really are and what we really like. These 12 months, or even longer in some cases, gives us the opportunity to get to know ourselves and put ourselves first. This is not selfish, dear one. It's self-full and needed to heal our inner child. And speaking of our inner child, how do we comfort them through this time? When we're going through grief, sadness, and loss, it may be all we can do to get up in the morning, brush our teeth, and get dressed. For those of us that have to go to work during this time, it can be extremely challenging, but it can also be a welcome distraction. I remember the first days, weeks of my last breakup, I felt fluish all the time and sick to my stomach, and I cried all the time. And I never knew when it was going to come on. I was going through withdrawal. So I took extra special care of myself. If you're able and can afford to, maybe take a couple of sick days in the beginning, or if you can't do that, just make sure to rest as much as possible while your mind, your body, and spirit are healing. Here are several ways to comfort your inner child while going through a breakup. You can start by placing your hand on your heart and saying, I know you're hurting. I'm here. I will not leave you. Do this as often as needed. Meditate. If you don't know how, just start with 5 deep breaths, concentrating on your breath. This helps you take a pause and ground yourself. If thoughts come in, notice them, don't try and stop them, and then just go gently back to your breathing. YouTube has many great channels for this. I especially love Joe Dispenza. He has many good morning and evening meditations. I'll put him in the description box for you. But there are many great channels. Get a teddy bear for your inner child, and coloring books and crayons. The teddy bear is a wonderful way to soothe your inner child. And what child doesn't love to color? Watch podcasts and educate yourself on what's happening to you during the breakup, also on YouTube. I especially love Lewis Howes' School of Greatness, Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO, and Mel Robbins is also good, and Jay Shetty. Not only did I learn new things about myself watching them, but they are amazing hosts and help time pass when I was especially feeling down. You can also create soothing rituals for yourself. I took naps or I just laid down a lot. I listened to my body. I made sure I ate and I got enough rest. Netflix became my best friend for a while. I remember watching the movie Under the Tuscan Sun over and over because it gave me hope. Also, Eat, Pray, Love was a good one. I walked almost every day with headphones on, listening to uplifting books like Codependent No More by Melanie Beatty or Loving What Is by Byron Katie. There were others that really helped me too, like You Are Not Your Brain by Jeffrey Schwartz. You Are the One You've Been Waiting For by Richard Schwartz, no relation to Jeffrey. And Reinventing Your Life by Jeffrey E. Young was a good one. I think I listened to about 40 books during one breakup. I also threw in some Stephen King, Philippa Gregory, and Stephen Fry when I just wanted to be entertained. I'll put some of these links in the description for you. Or you can also go to my website, reparentingguide.com, and they'll be on the resource page. Get massages and Reiki sessions, and take yoga classes if you're not already doing yoga. A lot of times, sadness and trauma can get trapped in our bodies and we hold on to them. Massage, Reiki, and even yoga can help us relax and release old traumas. As a Reiki master for the last 10 years, I've helped many release trauma while going through breakups and or losses of any kind. And make a safe bedtime ritual. Tea, journaling, soft music, reading an uplifting novel. No self-help books or anything heavy is my motto at bedtime. Tuck yourself in as you would a beloved child. I hope one or all of these ideas that I've shared here will help you. You are not broken. You are grieving. And that means you are human and deeply capable of love. If this video spoke to your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. You are not alone, beloved. You are blooming one breath, one day at a time. Until next time, dear one. Namaste.